Welcome to In the Black, a campaign brought to you by Blavity and Google that will highlight Black businesses and speak to how we as consumers and community can keep these businesses in the Black, ensuring that they thrive. The way to do this is to foster dialogue and understanding between these business owners and their consumers. And that's what brings us here today. I'm your host, Scotty Beam. Hi, everyone. And I am thrilled to be sitting here with this week's first Black business. It is my pleasure to introduce Claudia Fitzwater, owner of Project Body ATL, a boutique fitness studio that creates an inclusive, safe space for Black women to reach their fitness goals. Hey, Claudia, how are you?
Hey Scotty, how are you doing? I'm
Oh,
so happy and honored to be here with you and excited about this space.
oh my gosh. First of all, I'm over here talking about your business. Girl, you tell me about your business. Tell me what it is.
We started Project Body Atlanta. Uh, the idea of creating this space started about 10 years ago when I started teaching in different fitness studios, practicing different disciplines like Pilates, yoga, and I was away from the big box gyms and I was, going through all these boutique fitness studios. And then I noticed that I was usually the only Black person there. And when I will invite to my friends, they're like, no, we don't do that. No, we don't like that. So based on that, I was like, no, yes, we do it. We need to create this space that welcomes all women, empowers them through fitness and wellness, and just make the instruction culturally appropriate and sensitive for them and welcoming, and they will come and we will thrive. And that's what Project Body is about. Yes, we love fitness, but we love community.
That's beautiful. And I love intentional work. That's what this is, Black women taking care of their bodies because honestly, who else will?
Yeah.
With there being so many disparities in healthcare for Black women, with Black women being 4 times more likely to die from pregnancy related complications than white women, and close to zero research, funding for fibroids, which disproportionately, impact Black women like me, because I suffer from that. But we sometimes have to take a real hard look and realize that we have to start taking care of each other and ourselves. It's a call to action, but there is no call to action without community. So I wanted to talk to you about, how did you begin to build the foundation for the community that you have today?
Well, I've been a school teacher for 10 years in Atlanta. I've been all over Atlanta, different in middle school, elementary school, and high school. I also have loved working out all my life. My mother was an avid fitness, she will follow all fitness trend and practice karate and all this kind of crazy stuff.
I
So
love
I
it.
was always had the example of a mom that liked to stay active, and that what's really positive about body image. I'm originally from Colombia, and Colombia is a country where people go through a lot of surgery process, and they visit the surgery room so many times and nobody's happy where they look like. My mom was like, no, you have to be happy and stay as you are and take care of your body will be with you forever, you cannot risk your life. So all that resonates with me. Also, being as a teacher, teachers never had work out. They will work 3, 4 extra hours, stay after work after 3 p.m. And then I started just offering these little workouts after school. And you can see videos of me like when we are in the music room with my music teacher and a bunch of other teachers just working out 3 times a week. And it started a trend. Women started getting results. We have like huge transformations that I wasn't expecting or even going for. It was like, let's stay active and sane. The teaching profession is really hard, and just moving our bodies and having the time to share in a different space from the classroom, doing something different, it was just more than enough to me. But it became this trend like, oh my God, they're going to Fitzwater and they're getting fine. What are you doing there? And it was the first time also that I was really training Black women. I was working up north in Atlanta in high-end boutique studios, and I was just training skinny, you know, what they call normal size bodies, and I never had the challenge to help a person to lose weight or to get confident with the mobility of their body, and I fell in love with that. I was like, this is the real work. I
Oh,
was just, you know, I was just training people that were already fit and people that were comfortable and had been doing it for so long. So that brought and clicked in me. I was like, we can build community. I can make more new friends, and then we can help each other to stay healthy. And that's how we Project Body started, from a music classroom to a brick and mortar location in East Atlanta.
wow. Yes, it is indeed a tribe. And since we're talking about tribes and speaking of community, Claudia, one thing you need to know about me, I am nosy. Okay. So I was reading, I'm the queen of reading all the Google reviews. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
they give me anything. And let me tell you something. The
Uh-huh.
reviews that I read about like Project Body ATL, I was like, oh, let me get my stuff together. I got my resistance bands on the floor just in case you just want to break out into a workout, because the way that people speak about your brand, it glows. Like I was like, wow, this is a community. They stand for you. They were talking about everything. I'm going to go back and forth, with some of the reviews that I read because I love them so much. How essential are reviews for your business?
To me, a review is the best compliment you can give me. I don't care if you think I'm pretty smart, if you value my work, and if you take the time during these busy times to get on Google to type and talk about your experience, I'm like, that to me is priceless. And it doesn't demand anything, monetary in the other side on the client. So I tell you, I know every person that has left a review on my site. You can name any one of them. I can tell you if they are here, if
Good.
they are traveling, if they're on vacation, if they just had a baby. I know my people. And that's what, when we talk about community, is knowing what they do, what they're going through, standing with them. Like, we have created this living network when I can tell you, I know she's a doctor. Oh, I know she's a lawyer. Oh, no, I know she's a realtor, and we just come together, we work out, but at the same time, it's this living network that allow us, to network with other women, which is wonderful. So this is a valuable tool. Since the beginning and opening of my business, that was the first thing to me. Like, be found on local searches
Yes.
through Google and be able to get reviews and tell my story through that. Nowadays you're driving and you're like, I need a hairdresser next near me. And
Right.
then I wanted to pop out. I needed to be right there for the community to find me and also to support me through reviews, pictures, and tell my story. It's better when somebody else tells your story and supports it.
Right. I think that is amazing because I'm a word of mouth kind of person. I'm like, where do
Yes.
you go? Where do you go? What's going on? But I also read a lot of reviews, and I think that it's very important for everyone, to just review something. If you did experience any brand, any Black brand, I would say, sit down and make sure that you review, you tell the story of, your experience, because everybody, I think, relies on the experience so that they too can have a great one, and go to where they feel like they fit. And that
Yeah.
is amazing to have. Like, um, I'm actually going to pull another review, you know, during, I think like during COVID, Jennifer Brown
Yes.
said,
Uh-huh.
I have been a PVA devotee, particularly since the pandemic shut down in March. I was amazed at how quickly Claudia pivoted, to online classes. How are you able to pivot and make your business accessible to consumers at home? That is like how quickly. I was like, quick.
It
You
was
on your
quick.
toes on that one.
It's crazy because we have to close our door business right in our anniversary date. So it was crazy. But prior that, we see it coming. It's gonna come. We're going to shut down. It's gonna happen. So I started preparing for that. I knew eventually what's going to come. I was watching closely what was happening in New York, reading articles about like the fitness industry and what's going on. And of course, I was freaking out like anybody else. Like, we are a new business. We don't have like the strong foundation and bank account and a long established business. So my first thought was like, we need to be able to continue engaging our clients, and we cannot lose anybody at this point, because to be quite honest, March was the best month in sales and revenue. Like we were going really off the chart compared like to what we have predicted in our forecast and business plan. So this was like, I cannot let these two, let me stop my business and my dream here. So my first thought was like, we started giving equipment to people. I started posting announcements on my website, on my Google My Business, and telling people we're transitioning. We're going to transition. We're going to move online. We're going to keep the same schedule. I started researching ways to make it more streamlined so people will just have to, go click and join us live. So it was crazy 4 days. We closed on a Tuesday. We were open virtually on a Friday.
Really?
Uh-huh. So tools like that help me to communicate what's going to happen. I was like, we're about to close, but we're open for live streaming. We're closed, but you can help us with drop-ins or referring someone to come and take a class now that we have another way to reach other people all around the world. Whoever wants to join us in Eastern time, they
Right.
can.
How do we find
So
out the classes on Google though? I think I've heard that you can update, or give a schedule
yes,
on
exactly.
Google.
So I just
I didn't know
connected
that.
my website schedule with Google, and it makes it easy. Not only the potential customer or my clients go there, they can see the reviews, they can see the pictures of my space, and then boom, there's the schedule. You just click and book your class. That's beautiful because that skips all the steps for me before I send you to my website. And many things nowadays can happen between you get that click. Well, it's just like one big shop and stop right there. So that feature has been like life saving. People have their Google Pay connected, so it's even more seamless when they're going to book and join me for the classes.
That's amazing. And I did want to know, running a business and also, dealing with the pandemic, it can't be easy, not just as a businesswoman, but as a human being,
Yes.
and a Black woman. How were you able to stay focused and inspired on your mission during a
I
time?
was like, I think it was the community. And the community was, since everything started, coming out with COVID-19, the community was, all these women were like, we stand by you. We will help you. Don't worry, we're not going to cancel the membership unless, something exceptional happened. And it was like this constant feedback and love and support from the community that actually keep us and give us the fuel to continue and like mutating and changing our business model and just not letting this pandemic just to shut our doors. It has been hard, but it also has given us another opportunities that we didn't even consider before. I consider I'm just going to have my small business in this corner of East Atlanta, and all my peeps are coming from school, all these teachers, my neighbors. But now with live streaming services, anybody can join us. We have customers from Minnesota, Texas, Maryland, friends of friends, people that come in the studio and hey, my friend is joining us live, and they see them on the screen. So we have created all these connections, and it has really helped us to maintain and being able to continue with our business open during these times.
And like, why is it important for businesses like yours to continue to find new ways to connect with their consumers? What does that process even look like?
I think like what COVID-19 has told us is like expect the unexpected all the time. We were very comfortable in our marketing ways and just the website there, and people will find us and things like that. But tools like these actually help us to streamline and make our business more accessible and easy to reach for our community. So I have been talking, I have other entrepreneurs that comes to my business, like my hairstylist who did my hair today. I was like, girl, are you in Google My Business? Have you updated your profile? I'm like, and I was there, like, if I type your name is not showing up. But look, these other 30 people are showing here right now. And it's such an easy way to set up and to just be communicate it like in a direct way and fast way with your customers and announce those updates and those changes, that is something that we need to incorporate. We need to be found in those local searches.
That's great. Yeah, local searches are very, very important. I
I
didn't
have
realize how
customers
big
that,
it
oh,
was.
I didn't know you were here, and I live down the street, and I'm like, I'm in one of the most crowded streets in Atlanta. Like the traffic is insane. You can walk here, and you didn't know I was here, and you find me on your
Mhm.
local search. So it's really important.
Yeah, I love the Near Me app. Like the Near Me tool is what I use for everything because convenience is everything, especially for me. I want to make sure I do
Exactly.
everything quick, especially as a last minute person. I need to Near Me it up. But another beautiful, consistent thing I saw in the Google reviews, because girl, I was reading all of them, but was the love and admiration for the instructors, which
Yeah.
leads me, to what I want to talk about next, which is inclusion in the
Hmm.
fitness and wellness industry and importance of employing Black leadership positions like your instructors. You
Yes.
know, I wanted to ask, what was your greatest expectation and biggest misconception upon entering the fitness and wellness industry?
My greatest expectation, I guess, like any entrepreneur, I thought everything was going to be easier, you
Right,
know, and you don't know till you're in it,
right.
I'm like,
Bright-eyed,
oh,
bushy-tailed. Oh, it's gonna be great.
you're going to look cute all the time, and it's going to be easy, but it's so much hard work behind it, and it's also allowing yourself to let people next to you help you. you
Right.
know I have so many misconceptions. Why? Because as I told you, I work up north with a different communities, different women, and I never work with only Black women. Although I work with them and they were my friends, I wasn't employed, and that's another part, another issue. I wasn't employed for that many fitness boutique that was owned by a Black woman. That's one thing. Second, of course, up north, these places will pay you more as an instructor, So that was one of the things that I thought. We have to have a solid leadership of women. They have to be Black. They have to look like their customers. They have to look like real women.
Why would you say that's important, please, for the
Huh?
people in the back? Why would you say that's important? Like, why would you
You
say
need to
that?
be represented. You need to look yourself. You need to
Thank,
find yourself in someone else.
thank
So you need to see the struggle. You need to see that some of them will strive and achieve their fitness goals. Some others don't. But that was one of the main things, to have a solid crew, and that no matter who will come, they will think that they were the owners.
you.
So sometimes I've been in the studio cleaning, and can I speak to the owner? And I was like, yeah, she's there. And I continue. And then they look at me like, I was like, whatever. Like, so to build a solid team where nobody knows who is running the show, to me is very important. So I think my main job is also uplift my trainers, and I tell them, you be cute, you do your work. I'm here behind the camera. Because what I care is that when they come to Claudia, when they come to Brittany, when they come to Gray, it doesn't matter. They love us all, and they understand that each one is different. So yes, I really think that to be represented is really important. I never saw people like me here, you know. And maybe in some of the places where I used to teach, I was probably too thick,
Yeah,
too many curves and things like that. And the idea is just to love your body.
yeah. When I used to, I guess back in high school and college, I used to go to, these little sessions owned by, white people. And I was probably the only Black person in the class.
Yes.
And usually it's like the Zumba classes. And I'm thinking I'm putting too much hip in my dances. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. This is, I don't think that I fit in here. So I just decided to run and,
Uh-huh.
take it from there. But I definitely do love representation
Yes.
in those classes. I need it. I
And
need to see bodies like mine. I don't see many bodies like mine
yes.
in this, in that industry at all.
And our
So
bodies are beautiful. And then
yeah,
if you look at my website and the pictures, I always invite everybody to my photo shoots. I want to use my customers. And what I usually get is like, oh, when I lose 20 pounds, I'll go. And I'm like, no, you're coming. You're coming. I didn't
That's me.
say
I'm like, let me
I'm
lose it first.
sending these to invite people that are 120 pounds. I'm inviting my customers to come, to wear whatever makes you feel good, to put a little bit of makeup, we'll drink before, and then you will be all set for the photo shoot. But it's changing that mindset. A lot of women is like, oh no, I don't want to be in the camera. When I usually have 3 or 4 photo shoots per year to update all my marketing and everything, everybody comes. And if you ask me, our customers are from 25 to 65 badass ladies, which is beautiful because nobody, when the older lady comes, nobody looks and say, hey, what are you doing here? You're too old. Or when the skinny one is like, oh, look at her. Who do you think she is? And I think that's very important to set the culture and the tone of your business, and how do you want people to um, um, act in your business, and we all about kindness, and we all about respecting women's bodies and loving them, and more giving feedback about the things that you couldn't do. Oh, you were there with your 2 pounds weights, and now look at you, you're lifting 20. More about that, the process and how strong you get and the things that you're able to achieve. Yes, you will get fine, but the intention is that you learn to love the path and to learn to take care of your body.
How long did that take for you to learn to love, yourself and love the
Ooh.
path for you as like a human being? Because now you got me all interested in you.
A
I just want to
lot.
know that.
A
Yeah.
lot. If you think about it, when you look on TV and ads, and as I told you, I'm originally from Colombia. When you have all these fake images of what women should look like, it really plays hard on you. Like, I can escape to those things of those, some days look at myself in the mirror and feel like, oh my God, because all those images that you're bombarded every day. It's just like it's insane, and nobody's telling you love your body. And unfortunately, my mom was telling me that, but that's not enough when you
Right.
have
Like
the
it's
different message
right.
coming from everywhere. So it took me a while. I was think that when I turned 30 and when I had my daughter, I started learning that. It also changed my approach to as a fitness instructor. I was like, oh, no pain, no gain. And like, okay, if you vomit here and do these 30 things, and that completely changed. I started understanding that everybody has a different pace, that your go hard and go home looks different. That maybe your go hard today is that you finally made the decision to come in. You
Yeah.
know, you finally stop all the excuses, and that was your go hard of the day. So once I turned 30, I started valuing more my body, and as a fitness instructor, understanding that everybody performs at a different pace and rhythm in terms of their body, and that also it takes time, and it's people get together in the fitness room for different reasons. Sometimes to heal trauma, sometimes to look for connection, sometimes just to meet their friends. So it's not all about go hard or go home and give me those 200 push-ups, and if you vomit there, I'm happy with it. There's so much about fitness,
It's
especially for
deeper than just
women.
fitness. It's literally like it's internal, it's mental,
Yes.
it's emotional, it's all of these things. Like, the fact that you can identify all those things that you just listed, and like the gift of grace that we don't give ourselves sometimes. Like, we don't give ourselves grace ever. We're hard on ourselves all day, every day, 24/7. So I think it's beautiful to have that in a business,
Yeah.
and be able to go there and feel like I can be myself, and also be okay with the progress that I made, no matter how little. I still made progress. I just turned 30. So
Uh-huh.
I'm just, I'm getting into my 30 somethings, and, buying these vitamins and working out, I've literally had 5 days in 30.
And when you read the reviews, a lot of people said that all our instructors are kind, and
Yeah.
I think that's very important for my team. is we need to be kind and considerate. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know what the women that are walking through our doors are experiencing on that day.
Yeah.
And yes, we push people. Yes, our workouts are hard, but it's with love, kindness, and understanding where you are and what your body's being able to do.
Oh, that's beautiful, Claudia. Thank you. That was great. Knowing what you know now, what would be your most valued piece of information to someone who wants to follow in your footsteps and enter the fitness and wellness world?
I think that the first thing is just follow through with your dreams. I think the best way to test your ideas is with your family and your friends, just like I did in the music classroom, in the gifted classroom, with your friends. Of course, educating yourself and learning. It wasn't just me teaching in a classroom. I got my certification as a personal instructor, Pilates 1, 2, 3. I took biomechanics and different kind of classes at Georgia State just to know, the functions of the body and different things like that. Once you have that and you believe that's your path, it's hard, but it's worth it. So you need to have your tribe that will support you, your crazy idea. And you have to start small, little steps every day. We have this conception that we have to have everything set up and together and just open, with fireworks and music and everything. And it's just, a little by little, step by
Right. Day
step
by day,
process.
day by day.
And definitely my second piece of advice is technology. We need to be present, and now this pandemic has shown us that it's not enough with having your presence in your community. It's also possible to have presence online and use the different tools that allows you to communicate and be found by people that have the same interests that you have.
Yes, that's very, very important to use technology, especially Google. I think people use Google without knowing that it's Google. Like people are
Yeah,
like, they have no idea that it's Google, but it's like, no, you're literally on Google. You're doing it right now. And
and
using all the tools that you need,
uh-huh.
you're using it on some other
Like
business.
during
Yeah.
COVID-19, we were able to, ask for donations or for gift cards, to say, hey, we're struggling. Can you help us? And also, people can help us just leaving a review, posting a picture, I also have my products, my merch there, my shirts, my things. So it's so amazing that this is like the extension of your website, and people just can go there and buy my equipment, my clothing, book the class, and know what Project Body is about. And a lot of these tools, when you open in terms of marketing and everything, you have to spend a lot of money. But with Google My Business, you just have to set your location and they will put you in the map. So that's really important too,
Wait, say that one more time. What do you mean, like put you on the?
So before I opened my business, that was my first step. I was like, I need to be found. I sent my address. They asked for different documents and everything to just verify that you are a business. And then you set your profile. It didn't cost me a dime.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes they call you. Sometimes they said that they will ask for a video of your location to see and to confirm who you are and that is the right location. But it's a very easy process that you can do and that is necessary to do to be found, especially when you're a small business, you don't have this amount of capital to spend. So it's really a necessary tool.
Yes, absolutely. It's perfect. It's you
Uh-huh.
getting out of your own way, literally. Um,
Yes.
what is a moment, if you can share a moment that made you most proud to be a business owner? Like a moment
Uh,
that you said, like, yeah, this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think it was the first time we did a photo shoot for the website. I invited all my friends and all the people that have worked with me up north in East Atlanta. in the schools, and my business wasn't even done. It was still like some white walls, and but I needed to get my website up and running. I wanted to
Right.
be right and then to see how many people, how many women showed up, it meant a lot to me. Like people that I haven't like really talked and in years because I was the instructor 2 3 years ago, and to see like women showed up for the photo shoot, happy to see me, congratulating me, and saying that they were hoping that one day I will open a business. It meant a lot to me, and it confirmed that I was doing the right thing.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Well, I want to thank you for being a much needed resource because we need resources in
Yes.
communities, period. So for you to make sure that you know all about, fitness, and making sure you know about Black bodies, and women taking care of their bodies, and for them to have safe spaces, I want to thank you, from the depths of my souls. But I also want to know how I and other consumers or people who are just finding out about you right now can help you thrive aside from purchasing like directly from you.
Okay.
How can we help? How much
Yes.
else can we help?
Yes. Well, if you actually go to my profile and Google Project Body ATL, it will take you to my business profile. Right there, you can support us with gift cards. You can book a class. You
Mhm.
can buy a pack of classes from there too. You can buy merch. You can leave us a review. You can say, "Hey, Claudia, it was nice talking to you. I'm going to hit you soon," and things like that. So you just have to type my name on that search bar, find my business, and it's a one-stop shop. You can donate. You can buy a gift card for any price you want. You can book a class. You can leave us a review, and keep contributing to make this space. With more information, so more people will get attracted and we will get more views, and just find us there. it's
Right.
it's, it's
And
easy.
it really is easy. And for your community now who are watching you, if you had to say anything to them right now, or,
Uh-huh.
of just endearment and love, what would you say to them?
Yes, I will tell them that I do what I do because of them, and that sometimes they think that the things that they do are not important, but like the friend that is taking care of my daughter right now while I'm in this interview, the person who tells me, "Hey, the sound wasn't that good today," the feedback, the review, the card telling me, "Hey, thank you for helping me during this quarantine and keeping me sane." All these comments, all those little things that my clients sometimes think or may think that doesn't matter, that's what give us fuel to keep continuing this journey, and they are so much appreciated, and I just love them, and we love each other. I know we have a strong community because we love and respect each other and root for each other.
Right. You make me want to be part of the community. I was reading all those reviews and all the love on Instagram, and on these social sites, and I was like, wow, you know, it's there, like, and it's possible to have a space like that. I think this is the first time I've seen a space like that, where everybody comes together and everybody is loving on each other. And I think that's a beautiful thing to have, and a beautiful thing to keep near you. You
Yeah.
know, is there any way to, are you going to be expanding in other places? Is
Oh,
that
that's
the
our
thought?
hope. That's our hope for now. We're just asking for the support of our clients. We will
Yeah.
keep working hard with a Black-owned business
Yeah.
and with a quality business. That's what I was telling people all the time. We're Black-owned, but we're top-notch, and we study and serve our clients with quality all the time.
Yeah. I
And
mean, Black owned
and we just
quality.
want, yes,
Black
and
owned
we
is quality. Yeah.
yes, and we just, continue expanding our live streaming services. We're talking about doing on-demand workouts and challenges. So, and really using all these digital tools to keep expanding. But yes, that's our main goal, is to be in other areas of Atlanta, especially East Atlanta.
And I think lastly, I think I have one more question. And this is just, I think, for anyone who wants to talk their family members, their mothers, their aunts, their sisters into getting into fitness, what
Uh-huh.
would you say to them? How can I talk to them about trying a new class?
I always tell people when they come in, leave your ego at the door.
Mm,
Don't think because you walk and move that motion doesn't come through your mind and that you have to learn how to move your body. So I was like, this is your first time when you're going to start your fitness journey is you and this is your arena. You're not comparing to anybody, no matter if the person here is doing 20 burpees and you're doing two. You're going to focus on yourself. You're going to go out your own pace, and you're going to tell that brain of you to be kind. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to take time, and your body will learn and get stronger through the time. So I always tell people, go at your own pace. Do what can you do, but always have in mind what you did before so you can measure your progress.
perfect. You hear that, Mom? You hear that, Auntie? Because they be in there talking about, girl, I can't, girl. I'm like, yes, you can. I'm telling you, you don't need to do the whole class.
Yes.
Do what you can.
I tell people like think about it. Our classes are 45 minutes. Think about it. Maybe this time you stay for the first four tracks of music. Then your objective next week is going to stay for five, for six. And I always tell people go at your own pace. If you feel that 3 pounds is too much, drop those weights. I don't want neck pain. I don't want your traps hurt. If you feel that you need to bring your knees down for a push-up, girl, bring those knees down. Form over just trying to pretend that you're doing something. So, and I think that comes for the awareness and allowing yourself to like, hey, I'm not that strong, and it's okay.
Right. And I will get stronger. It's
Yes.
going to happen.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Claudia, for having this conversation with me. It has been amazing talking to you about your journey.
Hmm.
Uh, and I am so sure, many others are excited to support and follow your business because I will be taking a class for maybe next week. We will talk.
Ooh.
I'm going to be right up in there. Yeah, I need to know like what's a good beginner class because I need to get in like soon. Next
Any of them, any of them,
any of them.
any of them. We made sure my instruction is clear. I'm like, this is my prompt. This is what level one looks, level two looks, and level three. Listen to your body and pick which one is better for you this day. You
Perfect.
know, so
Perfect. Yeah,
you
I'm
can
definitely
find for
gonna.
any of them. And I saw your Instagram, so you work out. So don't be asking for an easy
I'm,
class.
I'm gonna try the easy first and then see where we go from there. But I'm definitely gonna schedule, through Google. Shoot, I didn't even know that you could do that. But now that I know, I'm definitely gonna go on and make sure I could, make a time for when I can go and work out with you guys next week. But I'm so glad
Cool.
we got
We're
to break
excited.
down, what support looks like to you. Um, and the next workout I'm there, and to you watching, thank you for checking us out here. We'll be back next week with another Black business. Make sure you search the hashtag in the Black to stay up to date with dates and times. Enjoy your Friday and your weekend. I think overall this conversation, I do want you to practice some self-love, some self-care, and give yourself some grace like Claudia said. Thank you so much for tuning
Thank
in.
you so much. It was really excited.
Thank you.